highly psychedelic.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
it's I'm in space at the moment.
Scott's moving.
Everything.
I'm bored, so I was fooling around and I found it. You go down by your little camera. There's a little up arrow and it says choose virtual background. So I did. I'm going to choose this one.
That's cool.
I don't have a little.
Where do you choose the background?
Okay, go by your video camera. There's a little up arrow key by the video camera on the bottom.
Found it.
You should be able to find it there. See?
Hi.
Judy's got it. Hers is much better than mine. You got a better solid background behind you, so it can do it. Mine, it's too much. Look at that.
Now I can't get rid of it. I can't. Oh, no. There we go.
Not the share screen. Oh,
No, I have 3 little dots up at the top and it says more.
3 little dots, it says more. No. Reactions?
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Okay.
No.
I have mute video.
Video settings.
Oh, how about share screen?
Well, that changes your video to be whatever your desktop is. And so I was using that last week to show certain things.
Okay. I see.
Right now I'm just having issues. I think, did you guys all update to the latest Zoom software?
Yep.
No.
Okay. I wonder if I updated to it, and I know it was a scurried update. In fact, let's call this the beginning of the meeting, if you guys don't mind. I think I'm back. I hope that's the case. This is the San Carlos Computer Club. I am Scott Stimson with International Computer Solutions. We are trying to do this again as a virtual meeting. And I don't know if I'm suffering from just bandwidth constraints. Or can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, good. I don't know if it's bandwidth on my end or if I'm having a hardware problem, but I swear to God, at 7 o'clock this morning, all this stuff was working correctly. I don't know how I ended up in this position where it's all falling apart. But Zoom is one of the topics that we should be talking about because apparently there's all kinds of privacy stuff that's come out recently. And they have hurried an update, and I'm sure that's what I installed this morning right before the meeting. Have you guys been following the news on Zoom and its privacy stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit, Scott.
Well, apparently it's a bigger deal on the Mac than it is in Android, but it's not just one problem. It's a series of different problems. And one of the things they did is they built an application that mimics malware, so that after you've installed it the first time, even if you uninstall it, because they were trying to remove the friction to their customer base, they if you were to come back to Zoom, it would automatically install, kind of like a hidden install. Oh, what's going on here? What is going on? Cool. I just lost everybody. Hello? Hello, Linda? Are you with me? Yeah, there you are. I'm not sure what just happened.
Cut me off. Cut us off.
That's interesting. I wonder if we hit a 40-minute mark. Hey, but we're all coming back.
Yeah, but not our picture.
Now we gotta unmute and start the video over.
That may be.
That's weird. Did
That-
everybody get that update message?
Yeah.
What was the update message? Mine was just white with a blue button. I couldn't read any text.
It
Just
said
said
that-
update.
So it just kicked me off of everything totally.
everything out, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything kicked me out. It said your free session has ended.
Okay.
And then I had to go out and rejoin the meeting from the email.
Yeah.
I did that too.
I'm glad you guys are so sophisticated. That took you no time at all to do.
It was scary.
Yeah, especially since you're talking about we have infected my Mac with this Zoom. And I really don't want to use Zoom anymore.
Yeah, everything I've read, I'm ready to find something else. So let's call this maybe our last meeting with Zoom unless they do some major changes. Just from a...
So how do I get rid of this off of my Mac?
Yeah, that's a good question. There will be...
Well, I'm getting ready to leave the meeting and then I'm going to uninstall the app and then I don't want to use it anymore. So
Yeah, I think I am going to make uninstalling Zoom one of my research topics because the problem, you can uninstall it, but the problem is it's actually not uninstalled.
but if I don't access it again, right?
Well, I would like to say that's true, but I don't understand exactly all the intricacies of what they're concerned about. There seems to be a lot of privacy and security issues that were not considered when opening it up to consumers like this. I hope you guys are... Judy, are you still with me?
I'm still here.
Okay.
Yes.
Just breathe every once in a while so I know you're here. Yeah, that's right. Just
Go to meeting. Is that going to cost us?
say again.
How about go to meeting? Will that cost us?
I haven't used it, but I think I'm ready to try anything.
Okay, I'm out of here. Keep me posted and later.
Okay, so you're not going to stick around for the rest of the hour?
Goodbye.
Okay. Well, what I was going to tell Judy is that I will figure out the instructions for cleaning Zoom out of our systems, and I'll post them on our website so that they're available to our members. And then what I'd like from you guys is some suggestions of something else, especially if you've got experience working with something else. That would be the best suggestion.
It always worked, but you have to pay for it.
Well, we might try going back to Hangouts. I really think the problem we were having with Hangouts was bandwidth on my end. But Judy, were you saying go to meeting?
Scott, who's Kite Maker?
Oh, he's one of our people.
It's I'm sorry you put me on the spot. I know and I've forgotten.
Well,
Introduce yourself, Kite Maker.
I'd have to find my computer club listing.
Okay.
He can probably hear us.
I'm sure you can. I'll have to look at my computer club list as well.
well,
Hey,
Kite Maker has showed up. Is he on your screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? I did an open invitation to everybody. So anybody that's interested in joining our group right now is welcome to.
He's got himself muted.
Yeah, he's got it muted.
He's a lurker, and that's fine.
Maybe he didn't know it.
I think
There we go.
Say hi.
it's Fred Godfrey.
Fred made it. Hello, Fred.
Oh,
If you're talking to us, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Get him to turn his video on.
He's unmuted, but maybe he's having. Oh, there's Fred.
There he is.
Hey, Fred.
Huh? I had to go back in. Post
You can
attendee.
see him. No. Maybe his
Everything's
microphone's-
working so much better now.
You're still getting around, Scott.
Say again?
You're still jumping around on the screen.
I am. What I'm trying to get in front of me is my list of topics here.
Hey, Fred. I had to come back in again.
You had to get back into the meeting?
Yeah, just now. It went off and I had to go all the way back out and come back in.
Did you do the update that it offered the first time, or did you just
No,
no?
I said later.
Later? I wonder if we're not just having incongruencies between our sessions, between new and old installations of this software.
Okay. Hey, Fred. We can't hear you. Unmute you.
We need a lip reader.
Go up in the right corner.
He's shaking his head in frustration. No, he's got it unmuted. It's more like his microphone's not working.
Oh,
Yeah, he's unmuted. Is just whatever mic he's trying to use isn't working.
Yeah.
is your mic on?
Hmm?
It's Fred. He didn't do
Fred.
a mic.
All we've been trying to do is make technology work, so you haven't missed anything. I am going to try and share my screen. Gosh, I hope this works. Just because... Oh, yeah, here we go. Apparently, with the coronavirus, we are getting instructions to wear any kind of face mask. And I just saw an article pop up. Where is it? Where'd it go? It was right here. I got too many things going. Here we go. Does that work? Can you guys see this?
Not yet. Nope.
Like, this is CNN Health has put
It's
out.
coming.
Says it's coming. Started screen sharing.
CNN Health has put out instructions on how to make your own face mask. I thought you guys would find that interesting.
Well,
Did I lose you? Is my Zoom crashing? Am I asking too much of it? There we go.
well, we've got 5 people over on little boxes to the right.
Mine didn't change. I just still have the message that says you started. There it is. You got it. It's just as slow. Okay.
All right, this is sort of working. So yeah, they've got instructions. I don't know how many of you are on Facebook with me, but I've posted a video that was sent out to our Ranchitos residents group that shows the effectiveness of masks. It's in a foreign language, but it's very straightforward. They take about a dozen masks that are being used, both homemade bandanas, official masks that are not N95 masks and N95 masks, and they take an aerosol, like underarm deodorant, and they spray through the mask. And it's such a great demonstration of how well a particular style mask filters the spray.
Okay, Scott, I don't have a problem with people trying, with the fact that it probably helps somewhat somewhere. But what scares me is that people make these things and then they think they're invulnerable and they go out and stop their social distancing.
Yeah.
To me, that's worse than going around without the mask and being very, very careful.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And that's what the experts are saying too, is that facial covering might help you not touch your face and hopefully make you more aware of your concerns, but it would be wrong to stop social distancing. But
And that's what I'm afraid of, is that they think, oh, now I got a mask, I'm good to go, and they just take off.
yeah, well, and the thing with the video that I was watching is they used a number of different materials for masks that I was looking at going, oh, I bet that would work. And it absolutely did not work. And then they pull out this N95 mask, just this dinky thing, and they spray into it and it just stops it.
Yeah, I saw your video. The other thing, like Cheryl said, is some people have found that they touch their face more often when they have any kind of mask on, which is more dangerous than anything else.
That's sure been my experience. I've left the house twice now in mask and gloves, and all I'm doing is messing with the mask.
Yeah.
Well, I think I better pay more attention to what I'm touching and stop screwing with my face.
You know what I found out? When I was not isolated like we are at home. We don't worry too much about it. But a piece of Kleenex in your hand is a really good reminder not to touch your face, rather than if you don't have it, you just naturally brush your eye or whatever. But that Kleenex was a good trigger for me to stop. I would stop about there and then put it back down. As long as I had that in my hand, it was the thing that reminded me not to touch my face. But that's one small comfort.
I find a glass of wine.
Oh, Cheryl says a glass of wine in each hand helps really well.
Oh, that's a good thing to remember.
I like that better.
Yeah, but every once in a while she has this wine dripping off her face. That's after the second bottle of wine, then it starts to run down.
I'm just curious, when you go between places, if you get pulled over for being out, are you safe? Because you're social distancing, you're not touching your face, you have no destination, you're just driving around. Can you tell the police officer it's okay?
Well, shit, that joke on Facebook with the 2 glasses of wine, I know.
The 2 glasses of wine.
Well, the safest thing is to stay in your house. That's the safest. And we are at the end of our self-isolation term tomorrow. But we're going, I'm going to go out and get groceries, but I'm going out at the seniors shopping time. We phoned the grocery store and they said that's the absolute best time to go. There's no crowds at all. And the whole store has been wiped down and disinfected overnight, so that you're good to go there. And they right down to they have arrows. All the aisles are one way, so you have to go the direction of the arrows.
Oh, that's
a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think that would work here. We can't get them to go down the parking lots following the arrows.
Go down the lateral.
Yeah, go down the laterals the wrong way.
Well, that's interesting. Nobody's in our group from San Carlos except for me. I haven't been out to Sam's Club yet. I keep talking to Yuya about it. I'm like, we're going to have to make a Sam's Club run at some point, so let's make sure we have a good list so we don't have to do it again for a few weeks. And nobody's talked to me about a senior time.
Well, they might have it. I don't know. Most of the stores here, the big grocery stores, have 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning as seniors. And,
I haven't heard of
you
any
know,
of
you're-
that happening in San Carlos or in Guaymas. They have been going around Guaymas and shutting down stores that are open. So they've had police and health representatives going along in the main streets of Guaymas, and if your shop is open, they'll go in and they'll threaten to arrest you if you don't shut down your shop. And they actually did arrest a shop owner 2 days ago for not shutting down his shop. They took him away in handcuffs. Now, I think they did it on video, so they had a video that they could put on social media telling people we are arresting people. I'm fairly certain that's the reason they did it. I don't think they want to arrest people. But
Well, Fry's has a senior at 6 o'clock in the morning, and Costco has a senior, and now Costco cut everybody off and only 2 adults can go in the store. So probably just so the little kids aren't running around.
yeah,
And Walmart has a senior hour too. I'm not sure what time it is. I haven't gone to the store now for a week. Been trying not to go. That's the only place I'd probably wear a scarf on my face would be at Walmart.
I think I should switch to a scarf because the mask is what I'll probably, you know what? I'm going to put the mask and then I'll put a scarf over it. And that way when I'm screwing with it, I'm screwing with the scarf.
You could, oh, you don't wear a bandana on your head like Bill. Bill can take his bandana off and put it on his face.
I wear anything that hides my bald head.
Oh. About that.
I'd be
I
very.
have enough for 2 people.
Say again?
I have enough hair for 2 people.
Yeah. Quit bragging.
So Bill, I said you could take your bandana off your head and put it on. Oh, look it. You can make your bandana into your face mask.
I'm going to leave the bandana where it's at.
What about the bra? I've been seeing people cut bra cups off.
I saw that too.
Did you see that meme where it doesn't work for all people? And it was this voluptuous woman and her 2 kids, and you can't see their face, you can't see their eyes, you can't see their ears. Their whole face is covered in bra cup.
And padded ones to boot.
Padded ones, yeah, padded ones.
The one thing I did see on the internet the other day was some students had come up with the solution. They cut a chunk out of the mask and put a piece of plastic in there so that people that are hearing challenged can communicate. Lip reading.
Oh, okay. So it's a clear piece of plastic.
Yes.
So
yes.
they can
so
they
that
can watch
you
the
can
lips.
see their mouth.
Oh, that's an amazing hack.
So I would assume most of the time that would be for the person that isn't hearing challenged, so the deaf person can read their lips, I suppose. Because there's not much point in wearing a mask. You got to pull it down to talk to your person and put it back up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, I guess the problem would be that if you're hearing challenged, you need people that can know sign language, or you can see their face. You don't have any.
Yes.
Yeah,
But it's just something you don't even think about. They have a problem, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, hey, this is changing the subject, but my husband and I were wondering what all the prostitutes and drug dealers are doing because nobody's out on the street.
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, are they going to have, to go in that direction, are they going to have financial relief for sex workers? I mean, a whole stimulus package for drug dealers, right?
Well, if they're on Social Security, they'll be able to still get it on direct deposit.
You guys settle down.
Hey, you Canadians, is there a stimulus coming your direction from your government?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
sure. Yeah, they're on it. I forget how many $billions they're throwing into the system. They're having a little bit more luck, I think, getting it distributed than the states is. The states have a real problem right now. Well, the states have a real problem all the way around right now. But
Yeah,
Well,
our country is not built for this kind of thing.
oh God, no. It's not built for capitalists. That's for this is not a capitalist type solving problem.
That's right. There's nothing about capitalism that makes us healthier or safer during this crisis.
that's because we have a Republican president.
Let's not get too deep into politics here.
Sure. We
Laughing
I did not.
We-
Scott did.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to stay away from I mean, if we're talking about the presidents, we could just make fun of his intelligence level and we could stay out of politics altogether.
Oh, we can still keep going down, you know.
Hey, Fred, wave if you can hear me, Fred. Can you hear me?
You're really quiet, Linda. Are you able to? Linda, talk again.
Fred, turn up the volume or go check your microphone.
Correct?
I wonder if
Yeah.
Fred's got a hardware problem with his microphone, because it seems odd that it would allow him to unmute it but not be able to hear it. Are you on your Mac laptop? So there is a volume control for your microphone, but I suspect you've already looked at it. If you go into your sounds under system preferences, there should be an indicator too that yeah, like a bar that shows whether you're getting input or not, that bounces back and forth.
But when I signed into this morning, it went to the box and had me check all the boxes, and then I put on auto volume, and then it.
Yeah, I suspect it's got to be a hardware problem that Fred's dealing with. Yeah. Something about the microphone's not working right. I mean, it might be a Macintosh thing. It might require just like shutting it down, starting it up, flashing the PRAM. It might require something like that to get in line. You know, it might also be that the microphone's being used by some other app. Applications like Skype like to grab your microphone and not give it up to other programs when they. So you change your focus from Skype to something else. That something else doesn't necessarily get the microphone if it's a microphone app.
Oh.
I'm so happy to see you guys coming in so clear and hearing your video timing correctly with the audio. I am not having that experience. I'm watching myself with a delay.
You're freezing.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on my end too.
And your face is jerking like this, you know, like when you can't.
Oh, that's just me.
By the way, to change the subject, I took all your examples of what we had to do for Windows. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you found them useful.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Thank
good.
Okay, Scott, I got a bit of a point. There you go.
Okay.
I went back to the original sign up screen, the first one that comes up in Zoom,
Okay.
and on it, up in the top right-hand corner is the little gearbox thing.
Okay.
And when you click on that, it takes you to settings. I went to audio, and there's a place there to check your mic levels and your volume levels. You can set them in there. So yeah, that might help in your problem, your audio problem.
In Fred's audio problem?
In Fred's audio. You see what I'm talking about?
I am not seeing it, but it's mostly
Okay.
because my stuff is freezing up on my end and taking forever.
I see. Anyway, it's that original Zoom screen that like you always get two screens.
I've got
I
some
do.
weird Zoom problem right now where the dialog boxes don't have any text. And I've just been kind of ignoring it, thinking I will get back to it later when we're not in a meeting. But I'm in the Zoom settings, and it's like everything that's supposed to have a word is just white on white.
Okay. Well, you just definitely have a problem with
Yeah.
your computer. I think you should get a new one.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
You need
That's
somebody to help
professional
you set it
advice,
up.
is that right?
if you put your cursor on the screen, that little
Up, up.
comes up, and there's a microphone button on the left side, but this is on Windows.
Oh, there is a test on the microphone. There's an option that's test speaker and microphone.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm out of system resources. Well, anybody on YouTube can see what I'm frustrated with because I cannot read any of the text in these settings.
You're getting text from us?
No, it's the Zoom client software. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to drop out and drop back in.
Okay, so Fred, can you hear me?
Well, if anybody's still out there in YouTube world, this is the way our meetings have been going. We've been spending a lot of time doing troubleshooting. I mean, it's mostly my fault because I don't have enough bandwidth on this end. I'm trying to maintain the meeting, but also do a recording for YouTube at the same time, or stream out to YouTube at the same time. And it appears to continually be giving me problems. So if you're still with me and you're still having problems, I may dump out for a moment and come back. We'll see what happens. I'm happy the stream is still up to YouTube. That's a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to do a Zoom teleconference. So we're gonna start that software again right now. And you can follow along with me on this display. Come on, Zoom. Thought I started you. I did start you. We're waiting. Waiting. I'll have some coffee while we're waiting. Am I still in Hangouts? Let's see if I'm still in Hangouts. I mean, if I'm going to wait. Okay, and there was a gear he was talking about. I don't see it. I see the home. Oh, there's the gear. Everything about this is taking forever, though. I don't see the settings coming up, man. And look at that, I'm already losing text for some reason. I'm back. I'm back. I'm kind of in sync, but I can't hear a thing. I guess I didn't join with
Well,
audio.
back to the sign language.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, there we got you.
All right. I guess I joined without audio.
Oh, for God's sake, Scott.
Well, there's something really goofy going on with this version of Zoom because when I start it up, everything looks fine, and then I start moving into getting into the meeting, and fonts disappear. So I bet if I go to the settings page right now, it's all white on white. Yeah. In fact, I wonder if I can share that with you guys.
I believe I'm still the. Oh no, you're the host.
For some reason, it grabbed me as the host as soon as I got back in.
Well, you're the originator, so I guess maybe it does.
I am the original. To be
you're
fair.
the original, is right.
Now you put us over onto the side again.
I
started screen sharing.
started
Scott.
screen sharing because you don't want to see my mug anyway.
Well, now you got a cartoon up.
I do. That's my background. That's left over from the last meeting.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's actually stepping up pretty fast, Scott.
Yeah. I'm getting a much better response than I was before. I'm actually able to do things. I can't put rhyme or reason to why it works at times perfectly and other times not. My internet has been consistent, just low. There's Fred. How come I can't get enough people in this?
I don't do a Chrome update unless it does it automatically, or I go into play and go over to the updates.
Good for you. That's what we were talking about last week, is that there is a Chrome Chrome compromise that's being sent around right now. And the only way you can screw up is if you follow the compromise.
I just don't do anything. I don't go to anything. I write it down and then I go to their website and then I look at it if it looks like it's not. But to click on anything on the emails is no.
Yeah, I wouldn't get any kind of the compromise that they were most recently talking about, and I'm sorry I don't have that information in front of me. Here it is, this one right here. So it tries to redirect you to a page that asks you to download an update for Chrome. Well, nothing should ever be asking you to download an update to Chrome. It just shouldn't happen. I mean, in the past, we've had stuff like that. Like you went to go use YouTube at one point many years ago, and it would say you need Adobe Flash. And it would redirect you to Adobe's site so you could download Flash. And that used to be very legitimate behavior. But now any of that kind of behavior, Adobe, Chrome, whatever, it's wrong behavior. And you should always be suspicious about it. Any web page that's trying to help you install software in your computer is probably not doing you a favor. It's probably malicious.
I know who that is.
Who is it?
As a rule of thumb, if you're going to put software in your computer, you should be very aware that you're doing it, and you should be intentionally doing it. You've gone after that software intentionally. And that's where, in this Chrome issue, all you have to do is go look at About Chrome. You go to About Chrome, it'll show you your version. And from there, you know what? I think it's Chrome that's given me so much trouble. I just realized I shut off all my Chrome windows and everything's working fine now.
So we just lost Fred.
He's coming back in now. Hello, Fred.
The audio this time?
It looks like it. I'm scared to touch a Chrome window because I'm starting to think Chrome might be causing me problems. Let's start Firefox and see if I have any problems. Or Brave. I've got Brave on here. So anyway, no reason to be concerned about the Chrome hack because the Chrome hack is getting people to install an illegitimate version of Chrome. If you're being asked to install Chrome, something's already wrong. And so you should not be following whatever that advice is. Unless it's me saying, hey, you know what? Chrome's a pretty good browser. You should use it. Then you would go out, you'd find Chrome, you'd download it, you'd install it. All that would be intentional. But any website saying install Chrome, it's a suspicious behavior.
Okay, now unmute his mic.
Well, I can ask him to unmute.
Oh,
Unmute your mic, Fred.
There.
now.
Hello.
No volume. He needs to turn the volume up on the mic.
I wonder if Fred, when we get done with the meeting, I would recommend you get into an application that records video or records audio, like the message recorder, and see if your microphone is physically working. Yeah, maybe something about it has gotten disconnected, or maybe it's just damaged.
Oh, maybe he can say, hey, Google.
Hey, Google.
Why-
You could go to Chrome and say, hey, Google.
My phone just answered me.
I will put this download Chrome update danger stuff in the web post for today's meeting if you're interested in reading more about it. But in a nutshell, if a web page is asking you to update your Chrome, there's already something fishy going on. So I wouldn't pay attention to any of that advice. I'd just get off the web page.
Oh, she told Fred to say, hey, Google. It answered. Her Google answered.
What else do I have here? Kodi. I don't know if you guys care about Kodi. I'm going to get this off my list. I've been meaning to tell you about it. The latest version of Kodi's working great if you're into that stuff. But if you're on a Macintosh or you're on an iDevice, you're not going to get a copy of it available to you. Something about the way Apple has changed its terms of service for developers has affected the way Kodi can distribute its software, and so it's no longer available on iPads and iPhones. I believe you can still download it for your Macintosh computer. Good. I can check that off my list. Covered. Has anybody
we got one
come?
thing done?
Say again?
We got one thing done?
Two things done. Two
Hey.
items off the list. What I need to do is I need to stick to items that you guys don't care about, and then I can just blaze right through them. There we go. Finally off the list. Well, I was hoping I could blame it on Chrome, but everything slowed back down again. So I've got an issue with my hardware. What is going on now? Come on. Well, so this is falling apart. This is kind of like our second meeting. It's just falling apart. I can't even get back on Zoom. So this meeting might be over. Well, and it looks like all of you out there listening to live audio have had a fairly decent experience, but I've got all kinds of stuff to cut out of this. Join with audio. Admit. Fred's with me. Hello, Fred. For some reason, I can't start video. Bill's back. Hello, Bill. For some reason, I can't start video. I don't think I care anymore. You probably don't care if you can see me. Can you hear me? Is there anybody out there listening? Fred's nodding yes. Bill, can you hear me? Judy's coming back in. So again, I got a message that I couldn't read. It was white on white. Definitely Zoom. Bill, you're muted. I wonder, Judy. Oh, Judy's with me. What kind of message did you get?
The same one I got before to install Zoom, and then I couldn't get back in at all to just time out.
Well, there you have it. Zoom, being the professional's choice, is falling apart as all of us are trying to use it for whatever. Stay tuned for
Scott,
my
I'm gonna rename
online
this
yoga
group.
instructions that are coming
Scott?
after this meeting. I'm sorry, Bill. What was
Scott,
that?
I would like to rename this group.
Okay.
I'm going to call it Whack-A-Mole.
That is definitely what it feels
Just
like.
every once in a while, we get whacked and we have to come back, pop back up.
Well, I hope you're all going to be interested in trying some different software for the next meeting.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I do.
This
I
is just
say again, Bill.
this is an excellent way to burn up a morning.
Well, I do like this morning time, so why don't we plan on our new official time being Saturdays at 9 a.m.? It works. If that works for you guys, it works for me, and we'll just start calling that the new time.
Okay, and you're going to have to let us know what system and what the protocols are.
Well, and then I know some of you have been really interested and been helpful jumping into these meetings to help me test. So I think I'm going to continue to try and use new software, and I will send messages across Facebook and Hangouts and an email asking for people to jump in and help me test stuff. But we'll call the official meeting on Saturday at 9.
Yeah.
You got it. We'll see you then. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome, and thanks for helping me do this. I guess we still have 4 more minutes. Anybody got their own issues they want to bring to the table?
Yeah, Scott, turn my picture on.
Somebody's what?
Somebody's in YouTube trying to find it.
Somebody's in YouTube trying to find you.
Trying to find me.
Yeah, well,
Trying to find the meeting.
the meeting.
Well, go to youtube.scclub.org and you'll be at our YouTube channel.
Well, somebody wrote in Google Hangup that they couldn't find us.
Yeah, somebody wrote in Google Hangup that they couldn't find it or something. There's somebody out there desperately trying to connect and they're not doing it.
Well, the fact that they're in Hangouts means that they're one of us.
Well, there you go.
Let me see if I can, we can at least, if they're looking for YouTube, there we go.
Yes, Linda?
Okay, can you
Oh,
hear
I
me?
see a bunch of people in Hangouts right now. Is that all us?
J. What?
J.L. Wood,
J.L. Wood.
Allwood.
Allwood.
Well, that's Judy.
That's Judy. JJ.
There you go.
Oh, 10 minutes ago.
Whatever.
Wait,
Oh, maybe she couldn't get back in. Are we back in Hangouts? Oh, that's... We haven't tried to go back to Hangouts. Maybe before... Why don't we... Did I lose you guys? Oh, there you are. Oh gosh, I am so convinced that Chrome is giving my system problems, but I'm curious about going into Hangouts and seeing if we can switch over to Hangouts.
You want us to log out of here and wait?
That's a good question. You know what I want to do is I think I want to call Juan and see how much he'd charge me for internet access. I'm just having a lot of trouble telling whether I'm having problems with bandwidth or not. It would eliminate one of my issues. I'm bringing up. Oh, sorry, Linda. Go ahead. Say again.
So my screen went blank, and it made me download the new update because it kept going back to the update. So I just downloaded the update, and then it made me download the Zoom again and put in the meeting post and everything.
Oh, okay. Did you use the link from email, or did you use the identification number?
It came up with the ID number, but it made me put in the password.
Oh, good. It's supposed to. That's one of the changes that Zoom was making, was requiring all these meetings now need a password.
Okay. So it worked. Now I'm back on, but it went off, and it wouldn't do anything until I did that update.
Well, you know, that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you guys, is if you had to put in a password.
No.
Yeah.
No,
When I went back in.
no.
Not off from the email.
So
Yeah, maybe, but I didn't.
if you go from the link, you may not need a password.
Yeah.
That's how I've been reconnecting, is through the link.
Okay.
I went through the link.
Oh, you did, and it asked. So, Bill, did you not update the software then?
I think I did the other day.
Oh, okay. Well, I hadn't updated.
Because if Linda, if you had to put in a password, then my thought would be that now one of the changes, because they were talking about making passwords mandatory, and so maybe that's what's changed, is that even the link needs a password now. And Bill, I don't know how you're getting in without putting in a password.
Just, I come in the back door. I'm a creepy kind of guy.
Well, I never did the update.
It's what your
I'm
wife
not doing
says.
the updates, so it didn't need a password.
So it just made me download Zoom. I didn't download Zoom before. I just came in through the email.
Oh, well, that's another thing. Did the Zoom, you didn't see any plugin or anything do its install? Because there's very definitely a Zoom app.
It just downloaded it, and then it asked me for the password. It said join the meeting. When I clicked on the meeting, it said Scott's blah, 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 and then it asked
I'd
for the
never put
password.
in.
Must be new.
I don't know if you're following along on my screen, but I'm starting up a Hangouts call.
Because it says calling Scott, 14 others.
Yeah, we've got at least 17 people in the Hangouts group. They're just never there. In fact, the Hangouts would be a great way to keep track. The Hangouts or WhatsApp, something like that, to keep track of questions. And can I turn off my camera here? Let me stop video here and start video here.
Hangouts on my tablet, but not on my phone.
Low system resources may affect your audio quality.
Now it says Scott's not available. Oh, it just went off.
I'm supposed to be sharing my screen right now.
Yeah, that's what
just your picture of you out on the. Oh,
Yeah, hi Cheryl.
Hi, I can hear you guys in Hangouts.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we end our meeting? Anybody that's comfortable with it, try switching over to the Hangouts group.
okay.
I'm
Okay.
in Hangouts.
I'm gonna leave the meeting.
Google Hangouts. Well, he phoned you and you must
Oh.
have hung up.
There you go.
Yeah, but can I get it on?
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Oh,
I'm still screen sharing over to Zoom, but I think I'm the only one left in Zoom, so I'm going to shut down Zoom. My kids have been using Hangouts with their teachers all the last 2 weeks and have had no problems
I think
with
that's
it.
the one our kids. They're using too.
So Cheryl, I think you and I are the only ones in this group right now.
But where did it come? Like, it rang, but I didn't.
I hear Bill in the background.
Yeah. Bill had it. Oh,
Marjorie Carlson?
no, that was my message. Yeah, that's because he's sitting right over my shoulder. There you go. Oh, there's
Oh,
Judy.
here's Judy.
The other Judy.
Yeah, but where do I find it on this thing?
Well, go to your Google Hangout. Didn't you install that?
Maybe not.
Well, you can go to hangouts.google.com from a web browser.
On it.
That's what I'm using.
Oh,
Well, Scott keeps blinking between just this little logo and his video. Oh,
I think I'm suffering bandwidth.
yeah,
Bill's
'cause
here,
you're the
Judy's
only
here.
one that seems to disappear and then come back again.
I
You
can see
guys
everybody better than Scott.
Oh man.
Scott, yours is just your logo.
Okay.
I
Well,
think
you know
it's
what
an
I'd love to be able
improvement
to do is I'd love to turn down the quality of my camera, so I'm
there
just,
he is.
so I'm just a fuzzy outgoing video standard. Oh man. I can't go any lower than that. This is as good as the video gets with my bandwidth.
You're either frozen or you're locked up.
Man, my end is working a lot better with this software, but your end is not, is it? Judy, you're all fuzzy.
You're all fuzzy too. You're jumping much worse than the other one.
Yeah, Zoom seemed to be very forgiving, but it seemed to take so many system resources it was bogging down my computer. I think I'm going to have to take apart my computer and do some maintenance on it. Something's not working right. I think I should start with more bandwidth, though. Well, guys, I appreciate all your patience with this. I think we'll bring this to an end. The watch for my messages. I'll be shooting out messages throughout the week, testing and debugging and looking for people to help me. And it will be Hangouts, or it'll be Zoom, or maybe it'll be GoToMeeting. It'll be something that hopefully will be working for us. Does anyone want to add
I will
something?
watch for it because
Thank
I'd
you.
like to find something that we can get to